Hello guys, in this video I will be teaching you guys how to do decomposition. Just in case if you're wondering why I'm starting to teach math on my YouTube channel, that's because here at my new school at LPCI, I have a really bad math teacher. And when you have a really bad math teacher, she doesn't really teach anything. And when she doesn't teach anything, we don't really learn anything. And when I say we, I'm talking about our whole math class. Like, she would teach an entire lesson and our whole class just wouldn't understand it. That's how bad she is. So I've decided to teach math on YouTube just to help my friends out. So I'll be talking about decomposition in this video. So let's do this. Decomposition. So decomposition is basically when you need to factor a complex trinomial. So there's a trinomial is basically ax squared plus bx plus c, and you use decomposition when a does not equal 1. So when a equals 1, then you don't need to use decomposition. So let's do an example when a does equal 1. Let's say number 1, x squared plus 2x plus 1. Simple example. And for this, you will basically, I don't like the way my math teacher teaches it, is because she does it like you need to find the factor of a and c that adds up to b or something like that. It's very confusing. So what I like to do is so basically when a does equal 1, you need two numbers that will multiply to 1 and add up to 2. So on the side here, you just do a rough notes. I like to call this the man method. So two numbers that multiply to 1 and add to 2, and numbers. So that man. So what's two numbers that multiply to 2 and multiply to 1 and add up to 2? The 1 and 1. So two numbers are 1 and 1. And there you have it. That's your two numbers. So this will equals x plus 1 times x plus 1. Simple. Now let's do a little more complicated example. Let's say, I don't know, x squared plus 8x plus 12. So once again, here's man. So two numbers that have to multiply to 12 and add up to 8. And the two numbers are the 6 and 2. Yeah, 6 and 2. So once again, this equals x plus 6 and x times x plus 2. So this is how you factor when a does equal 1. Now what happens when a doesn't equal 1? Let's say 6x squared plus 11x plus 4. Let's say you have this. Now a doesn't equal 1, so which means you can't do the this man method anymore. So what you need to do is you use the Mega Man method, literally. So there's let me explain. So there's your a, your b, your c. So you want to first multiply your a and c value. So 6 times 4 is 24. And there's your man. So the man stands for multiply. So there's two multiply this time. So Mega Man, because you're multiplying a and c once, and then you need two numbers that multiply to the sum of that. So two numbers that have to multiply to 24. So two numbers that will multiply to the value of a times c, so that's 24. And you need a number that also adds up to 11. And you need two numbers. So basically, you need two numbers that add up to 24, to multiply to 24 and add up to 11. And the reason you need to use decomposition is because there's no common factors in all three of these numbers. So you kind of have to use decomposition, otherwise you won't be able to factor this and your life will be miserable. So first you want to multiply A and C. So two numbers that multiply to 24 and add up to 11, I think that's 3 and 8. 3. So step 2, find a number that will add up to the total of A and C and will also add up to B. So two numbers that will add up, so that will multiply, sorry, that will multiply to the total of 8, multiply to 24 and add up to 11. That's 3 and 8. So then you, step 3, and replace B with numbers found in previous step. So you now replace the 11x with 3 and 8x. So that will equal 6x squared plus 3x plus 8x plus 4. Simple enough. And now you will just factor by grouping. So these two will make a group, and these two will make a group. And you find the common factor of 6x squared and 3x would be 3x 2 plus 1. And the common factor, greatest common factor of 8x and 4 will be 4 plus 4 and 2x plus 1. And then you put the like terms with the like terms, so it'll be 3x plus 4 in a bracket and 2 plus 1, 2x plus 1. But there should be an x here. Yes, there should be an x here. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that will be your final answer. 3x plus 4 times 2x plus 1. Now let's do another example here. Now let's try number 3. Let's try ax squared minus 10x, subtract 3. So once again, you will multiply your a and your c value. So a times negative 3 is negative 24. Then you do your Mega Man. So negative 24. A number that multiply to negative 24. That will add up to minus 10. And the two numbers will be negative 12 and 2. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24, and negative 12 plus negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. So we're having two numbers. So now you're going to replace your b value with these two numbers. So it will be ax squared minus 12x plus 2x subtract 3. And then you factor by grouping. So these two are a group, and these two are a group. So common factor of 8 and greatest common factor of 8 and 12 is 4x. So 2x subtract 3, and common factor of 2x and negative 3 is 1. 1 plus 1, positive 1. Yes, because it's positive 1 because this bracket and this bracket will have to be the same at the end. So if this is a negative 1, then this will be a if this is a negative 1, then this will have to be a negative 2. And then these two brackets don't match and the world ends. So 2x minus 3. And there you have it. So, and then you put like terms in the bracket together. So it'll be 4x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. And that's your final answer. And according to the answer sheet, 4x plus 1 and 2x minus 3. That is the right answer. Yep. Right here, question 1. That's correct. So yeah, that is how to do decomposition. Once again, you want to first, once you're giving an equation with when the a trinomial where a doesn't equal 1, if a does equal 1, then you can just factor normally. But if it does not, then you want to see if there's common factors within these three numbers, and if there are, you should factor them out first. And if there isn't, then you will first multiply your a and c value, which will give you this number right here. This which in this case will give you 24, and then you will need two numbers that will add up to the total of your a and c value multiplied, and that will add up to 11. And then once you find your two numbers, you replace the two numbers with your b value, and which will give you this, and then you just factor by grouping. Find the common factor of these two groups and these two groups, and ta-da! Whoops, got erased here for some odd reason. But yeah, that is how you do decomposition, guys. I hope you find this helpful. Actually, tell me in the comment section down below if you found this helpful or not, and if I should keep making math tutorials on my channel. Whew, so yeah, that's it for me. See you guys in my next video.